Tough day at work. Time to relax, have a drink, watch my favorite team play some hockey.
Off with your head. Dance, dance till you're dead. Head roll.
The Montreal Canadiens traveled to the Sunshine State to play the Tampa Bay Lightning in Game 5 of Series 1. This game has huge implications for the Montreal Canadiens. If they win this game, they go back home and they can win the series. But Game 4, we saw Tampa Bay reach into their bag of tricks. What kind of tricks do they have for Montreal in Game 5? Let's talk about it.
Je suis content que c'était dans le coin que je pouvais pas voir grand-chose.
Things Jakub Dobes does when I'm already overstimulated. He did it again tonight. This guy loves playing the puck. It's good. He's confident. You win games with a puck-moving goaltender. Maybe just don't play the body. So big game tonight. Obviously, a very big game. I think I said it last video, but it's all been culminating to this. And I can say that in every single video going forward. But this game definitely felt different. The stakes felt a lot higher. If Montreal were to lose this game, well, they go home and they have to play to survive. If they win this game, they go home and they play to finish it. No matter what happens after tonight, you know the next game is going to be tight. This series, it only gives us these types of games. I was really begging for a regulation win tonight, and I would have really liked like an insurance goal type win. But let's get to recapping the game. First of all, thank you so much for your continued support. If you're not already a subscriber, why not consider subscribing? I'm going to report on all these games and give you my honest thoughts and opinions. If you're already subscribed, don't worry about it. You can still help me out. Like the video. Let's try to reach a like pinnacle here. How many likes do we usually get? Holy smokes, 1,700. Can we beat 1,700 likes? What do the likes do? Why are they so important? Oh, this is going to be fun. We're going to go through La Formation de Départ. Very interesting Formation de Départ tonight. Nos attaquants, our forwards. Caulfield, Suzuki, Slavkovsky, Demidov, Evans, Newhook. Okay. Bolduc, Doc, Texier, Anderson, Deneau, Gallagher. He's back. If you are a member of this channel, I did a Game 5 primer for the members. And yeah, it looked like Gallagher was going to draw in tonight. That's exciting. Also, good news on the Dobson front. It looks like he's been practicing with the team in full contact. So let's hope he can make his way to Game 6. No défenseur, or defenseman. We got Matheson, Carrier, Gouli, Hutson, Struble, Jacquet. No gardien, our goalies. Dobes continues his time in net. Fowler's going to be sitting on the bench. And that lineup would be one thing, but we don't see much of that lineup tonight. Martin St. Louis takes a page out of Cooper's handbook and mixes up the lines basically all night. I got to say, it's really great to see Gally on the bench, even if he's just out there as a cheerleader. I think it's worth it to roll him into the lineup. I mean, Kapanen, who is sitting out, by the way, did I mention that? Kapanen, who's sitting out for Gallagher, he wasn't adding a whole lot, which is sad to say because he had such a fantastic season. He has a great NHL computer. It's just, I don't know if his confidence is something that he needs to work on. I feel like he needs to force himself more. So they dropped the puck on this one. It starts out kind of like it did in Game 4. They were measured. They weren't just going balls to the wall, basically playing a game of chicken to see who flinches first. This time they were kind of calculating what kind of tone and tempo the game was going to have. And before they could figure that out, Montreal's going to get on the board first. And guess who gets the opening goal?
Now Newhook pouncing on the puck, and he fired that. A rebounded glove, and they score! It's Brendan Gallagher!
Brendan Gallagher, baby. He's back, and he's not just a cheerleader. I'm sorry that I even insinuated that. I'm sorry that I was thinking that at the time. But Newhook does a lot of the work here, I gotta admit. It's scrappy goal, the ones that Brendan Gallagher likes, but Newhook, the speedster, he assertively brings the puck in, fires it, picks up his rebound off the board, drives it back in front for Gallagher, who picks that puck up and puts it in the back of the net. 1-0 for the Habs. The thing about Tampa Bay is they look so dangerous with the puck all the time. They look dangerous. They look like they can do something. But tonight, they would really have to try in order to find the back of the net. Don't be afraid of Tampa Bay. Fear is the mind killer.
You must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is a little death that brings total obliteration.
Now, Suzuki is going to get a big smooch right on the lips by McDonough. That's going to be a 4-minute penalty. Not good for Tampa because Montreal is pressing here. It looks like they've got all the momentum so far. Power play starts. It looks good. They're moving the puck around. They're moving their feet. They could be dangerous tonight on the power play. Then the second unit comes on. And the power play turns just miserable. They get one shot on goal for 4 minutes. Painful to watch. And this is where Dobes has to come out and make sure a break doesn't happen. But this power play was a total momentum killer. Real bummer. And now with the penalty expired, Tampa Bay gets another odd man rush. They put it off the post and it goes off the crossbar, but stays out. Still in the first period, Evans throws the puck over the glass. Delay of game penalty, man. This is rough. But on the power play, Tampa Bay's not having very much luck either. Suzuki, short-handed, has Kucherov in the offensive zone with him, pulls off a fancy move, but won't fool Vasilevsky. Now, some people criticize Hutson for not being the best defensively, but he is tenacious. And he proves here that he has physical defensive maneuvers as well. He plays Cirelli really well here. And that's going to do it for the first period. 1-0 for the Canadiens after 20. We head into the second period. Now, Hutson's stick is going to break here, and then he flips the puck over the glass, which of course is another delay of game penalty. But this could have been a double whammy because you got to drop that stick as soon as it breaks. Luckily for the Canadiens, they only call the puck over the glass. Then they have an absolutely textbook penalty kill. I don't think a single shot was registered on goal. And as that penalty expires, Hutson is jailbreaking. He gets it to Newhook in front of the net, but Vasilevsky stuffs him. Good patience here, good calmness by Vasilevsky. Tampa's starting to get desperate. They're looking for a goal any way they can find it. Maybe a garbage goal will do. And they're kind of threatening here to make the game chippy. But when a scrum occurs, Arber Xhekaj is found in the pile and he's given a penalty. Why is Xhekaj the only one given the penalty? Your guess is as good as mine. Crozier was also throwing fists and they're just taking Xhekaj. On the penalty kill, Evans steals from Gooch and goes on a break short-handed but can't beat Vasilevsky. A tale as old as time. But they do kill this penalty once again. Now, this is probably the controversial part of the game. This is where people would have been complaining a lot more had the outcome of the game been different. Hutson takes a very visible high stick. Braden Point doesn't like the hit that Hutson delivered. He's also going to slash Hutson here. I think Hutson may even be cut. You're really expecting a whistle, but a whistle doesn't come. And then seconds later,
James, 2-on-1, got McDonough with him, scores!
Dominic James makes it 1-1 on that missed call. Dominic finds his shot. Dobes can't find it. He can't find the save. I mean, Tampa fans, you got to be running out of excuses here. You can't just say, there's bad penalties called on both sides. Yeah, but do they lead to goals like this? You really got to scratch your head. I mean, the mental gymnastics it's obvious to see that Montreal is getting the short end of the stick. Penalties in the series might be even, but they're not even. You know what I mean? So is Montreal going to be able to pull themselves out of the doldrums after that big stab in the heart?
Here's Kirby Doc trying to twist against Gonzalez, scores! What a play!
Yeah, I think they'll be all right. I'll probably get a copyright claim on this one, though, because it happened 11 seconds later. If you don't see the Kirby Doc goal that I should have just played, it's because I had to remove it from the video. But this is an incredible individual effort by Kirby Doc. Powers his way to the net, finds the puck, puts it past Vasilevsky. Just incredible by Doc here. He's making me believe in him again, and I don't like it. So Montreal 2-1 in the second. A few times this game, they're just giving Tampa Bay way too much room in front of the net, letting all sorts of garbage happen in front of the net. I don't like that. They need to tighten up on that. And then line one tonight. Oof, PU. Now, line one consisted of a lot of players: Anderson, Demidov, Caulfield, Slav, Suzuki. They were all offered chances on the first line. Well, they were very ineffective again, every rendition of that line. And I clipped this. This is the fourth line for Tampa Bay. They've been out there for a while. They needed fresh legs, but they found an offensive push on the first line because, man, they are so ineffective. They really got to figure that out. I can't believe that, like, Suzuki and Caulfield, you know, Slav, he's getting moved up and down. He played a lot on the second line tonight. I think his game is good this series. I really can't believe that Suzuki and Caulfield aren't banging their heads against a wall, watching clips, watching replays after the game, trying to figure out how they can get an edge in. But they've both I feel like they've both been shut down, like incredible. Like Caulfield, 50 goals this season. But you have Josh Anderson and Alexandre Texier looking like more offensively sound weapons than Caulfield. Make it make sense. And now with 2 minutes left, Matheson, aggressive here, sends the puck 17 feet into the air off the top of the glass. It goes all the way around. Alexandre Texier, his partner, is the only one back. And Gensel and someone else, they go on a 2-on-1. Guess what happens?
Here is Gensel with Bjorkstrand.
Disgusting. Matheson, yeah, I'm a huge Matheson believer, but when he makes a mistake, they are doozies. You get punished. Less than a minute left. Gallagher picks up a lonely puck just sitting behind the net that Vasilevsky just sat back there. Gallagher gets it in front to Deneau, who then gets slashed or hooked and then tripped by Goncalves and Cernak. But there's no call. No, there's no call. And that's it for the first 40. Really unfortunate on that second goal there. The first one was bad enough, but honestly, Dobes could have come up more big on that one, but he's been coming up big all game. This could be 4-2 for Tampa. So we're going to the third period, and these last 20 minutes are going to be huge. You really think it's probably going to go down to the wire, and yeah, maybe we're going to see overtime at 2-2.
10. A lead feed. They've got Texier. Shot. Scores. Alex Texier.
Or maybe Texier is just going to score almost immediately. Vasilevsky got tricked here. He did get a lot on this shot, but he can't hold on to it. Great pass here by Hutson to find Texier. Huge stretch at the blue line. Another goal this series for Texier. And we're going to fast forward quite a lot because Montreal controls the game, but it starts to get spicy around the 3-minute mark. 3 minutes left. Tampa piles on the shots. All Tampa from here on in. But can they figure out a way to score? Well, they're pulling Vasilevsky. He's headed to the bench. And Tampa Bay is going to pile on the shots. 17 shots in the third period. With 3 minutes left, I think they get 13 shots on net alone. Dobes has to be incredibly sharp here. Now there's only seconds left of the game. Tampa is pressing, but Montreal hangs on. 38 saves by Dobes. What a huge win. What a huge game by Dobes. Amazing goal by Doc. Clutch goal by Texier. And what a beautiful way to get things started with Gallagher getting a goal right off the bat. I love this team, man. This was an incredible game. Stressful. Could really use one of those 4-1 games, you know, a 4-2 game, something like that. But we'll take it. We'll take the win. We'll head back home and see if the Montreal Canadiens can solve this series in 6. Brendan Gallagher only played 7 minutes tonight, but had 3 hits and created a chance, got a goal, and kind of created another chance as well. He's in good company though. Caulfield only played 13 minutes. That's very low for him. Doc, 12 minutes for some reason. Demidov, 11 minutes. St. Louis is having to shorten the bench in ways that I didn't really expect. I don't know about you, but I wasn't really worried about the top lines having problems scoring this series. It was the bottom guys that I was worried about. Mike Matheson played 28 minutes tonight. He played a lot of hard minutes. Yeah, he made mistakes and they didn't look good. But when you're playing half the game, they're going to happen. They shouldn't happen the way that they did, but yeah, they're going to happen. Xhekaj and Struble each played 10 minutes, shortening the bench in that area as well. But In my last video where I talked about what Montreal should do in terms of strategy, Tampa is really shortening their bench, and it makes sense. And I like to see the management team, the coaching staff make these types of decisions. And I feel like they've made some really great decisions. And tonight was kind of like a shining example of that. Texier was the first star of the game. I think it should have been Dobes. The second star of the game was Dominic James, and then it was Lane Hutson. What's up with the Dobes disrespect? Oh, there was this clip after the game that I thought was pretty funny.
Hard, and we were lucky today, so yeah, I'm happy for the win.
Another night of racism.
They're watching it.
But that's going to do it. It's 1 a.m. I'm going to see how quick I can edit this video and try to get to bed before 2 a.m. because after that, I turn into a pumpkin. Thursday tomorrow, no Montreal hockey. The Pittsburgh Penguins got eliminated by the Flyers. What games are on tomorrow night? Is tomorrow night the Oilers exit party? Could be. Definitely could be. And then Friday, the game starts at 8. Austin and Sabres happen that night. That could be the end of that series. Or that definitely will be the end of that series. If the Sabres win, that's the end of that series. Sabres move on. And then the Knights against the Mammoth. Yeah, I would really like to see the Mammoth beat the Knights. So after you finish watching this video, hitting the like button, subscribing, all that good stuff, go to bed. Get some good rest. Have a good day tomorrow. I'll see you on Friday, and you guys know what to do. Like the video, helps me out with probably something, I think. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'd love to have you as part of this community. And as always, I will see you down in the comments.